News for the boy Nines, man. Free the boy Nina, but today he was jailed for 37 months for 3 offences, one of which was being concerned in supply of a controlled Class B drug, namely Loud, between the 1st of August 2023 and the 16th of November 2023. Now, Nines, who's 35, was jailed by Judge Heptonstall at Kingston Crown Court, but due to time served and other factors, he will spend only 4 or 5 months in prison and should be out by Easter, so it's somewhat good news for him there. Now, Nines pleaded guilty to the main charge in September and also possessing a controlled Class B drug, namely Loud, on 15th of November 2024. And he also admitted failing to comply with a serious crime prevention order by failing to notify the police of a change of address between August and November 2023. Seems a bit harsh, to be honest. Now, the judge had told Nines that he had a successful career as a musician, but his talents had been tainted by his involvement with Loud. So that's the news for Nines, man. Free the boy Nina. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments. Make sure that you follow Huncho's House for more updates, man.
Shout out to Huncho House every single time because he's always coming on point with keeping us updated on what's going on. Now, Nines has literally just been jailed for 37 months, and those 3 offences is all to do with Loud. Now, in today's video, we're just literally going to go through the case. We're going to understand what people have to say about it and actually understand how severe it is. Also, bear in mind, he has a suspended sentence anyway, so he should be out in the next 4 to 5 months. Big up Nines every single time, but let's get into it. Now, this all started back in 2023, right? He had literally come back from a trip, and at Heathrow, he was literally held by, the officers. You can literally see a video over here. And with that being the case, we saw that Nines, again, he was sentenced, man. He went away for a period of time. And when he came out, of course, we saw he released, a couple projects. He was out, and eventually he then said, you know what, I'm going to retire from music and do my thing, etc. So now, upon being sentenced, the judge actually said something significant. He said that his career was tainted by the drug. Now, for those that have been Nines fans from the get-go, let's be real. One thing that the music connoisseur literally said right here, he said, I'd argue about cannabis, we wouldn't have the Nines, today. And let's be real, it's kind of true. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we all know the stories of how he made a lot from obviously the Army, you know what I mean? So he did his thing and he became a millionaire off of Loud. He's rapped about that quite a lot of times. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've been seeing a couple of people talk about how, for example, when will he leave it behind and stuff like that. And whilst I do agree, his recent sentence is based on, of course, all the things that had been done in the past, being 2023, etc. But let's go into some people's reactions and actually see what people have to say about the boy Nines.
Yeah, Nines has lost the plot because it's coming to the point in life. 37 months. 37 months. He could get released in like 4 to 5 months, probably Easter. But here's what, got me thinking. I swear you're retired. I swear you announced your retirement. It's me thinking, oh, you have it all. You could just go to the Bahamas, relax, chill. I said you're independent. What the flip's wrong with you? I just don't get certain people. Like, some people just don't want to leave.
And the thing is, I kind of agree with what he said. In fact, it's not I do agree with what he says. A lot of the videos I make is always talking about how, for example, we can make money outside of all these type of things that's being pushed, especially within the music and stuff like that. But again, it's based on charges that have actually happened in the past. So I understand where he's coming from, but again, it's like, you know what I mean?
People just don't want to leave the hood. Some people just don't want to leave the trap. You have it all. You have it all. You don't want to leave the trap? What? Well, at this point, we're never going to make it, bro. We're never going to make it. Nines, what was you thinking, brother? I don't understand.
And I was scrolling through some of the comments here. They're talking about how he said, he's only retiring from music, not other activities. Which is crazy. But yeah, man, the case is from 2023, man. We got to allow Nines. Well, let's see what other people have to say.
Been sentenced to 36 months in jail, but because of time served, he'll be out next year by Easter time, which is good news for me. Good news for me. But I gotta be real. Nines, when is it gonna stop, bro? See, I really like Nines' music and all the creative endeavors that he's got going on, yeah. But When are you gonna rest with the Trap of the Year stuff? Let's just cool down. I know this case is coming back from 2023, and since then he's probably made steps to try and distance himself from that world. But I feel like it still goes without saying, man. I think the whole gimmick is kind of played out, man. I mean, I still love it in the music, innit? Tell me you're the Trap of the Year. Tell me you made a meal.
And that's the thing, man, because now it comes down to the point of, okay, we want people to be authentic in their music. We want them to be like, okay, they're not capping in their rap. Then when they now get sentenced, it's not a case of, oh, why did they do that? Oh, they should have left the street behind. They shouldn't be rapping. It's like, we're confused, bro. Consumers are confused because when it now comes to rappers that maybe they didn't live the type of lifestyle, or maybe they're not, active criminals where they rap about their lifestyle or things that they've seen, etc. All of a sudden becomes, oh, they're cat rappers and da 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 da. We've seen it time and time again. Like even when I made a video with Digga D and Central C, for example, everyone's always talking about how Digga D would be one of the biggest artists in the UK. Well, he is one of the biggest artists, but he would be literally Central C's level if he wasn't so entrenched in the hustle and in the roads, etc. And although this time, of course, he's making active changes to obviously try things new and obviously hopefully he doesn't go back to pen. Please, Digga D, just please, man, don't go back to pen again. You know what I mean? But it's one of those ones where again we want to have our cake and eat it too. Do you know what I mean? We want it to be a case of, oh yeah, tell me in the music, but then don't actually do it kind of vibe. But then when they don't actually do it, they're cat rappers. It's like broski. For artists, I feel the pressure that some of them have, bro. Can't lie to you. And when it comes down to it, we all respect Nines because at the end of the day, he doesn't cap when he raps.
Well, even trapping was my career at this point. Man's near the mill. Man ain't touched the mill, but man's touching the mill, so I don't even give a about rap. Like, I actually laugh at all these rappers. So what happened was, man took a mad loss, man's plug and that went jail. And I was just trying, like, I remember buying a car wash. I'm like 19, 20, bought a car wash. I didn't even, imagine getting I don't even remember how long the lease was, but imagine having a building and a whole business and not even going there once. Like, it was just a waste of money. So I blew flipping 50 bags there, taking L's, because I had no plug at this time. I'm accustomed to the way of living. But I ain't getting that kind of money no more. So I'm just getting down every week, down. And I'm just like, this, I don't know. I might as well put some money into something that I like. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this rap.
And the same thing applied to even Americans as well. Like when we look at it, I think I made a video about it before, right? When we look at it, the American, you could say, gangsters, etc., they would take their money and then invest it into the talented youths from their hood because they were just like, you know what? Similar to basketball and any other entertainment, that these guys were literally a ticket to obviously get rid of the bread. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, it then got to a point where they were thinking to themselves like, bro, why am I putting this much into this youth when I don't know whether they're going to blow or not kind of vibe. So that's when you started getting the whole change of it, where you now had rappers that were actually on job, actually going out and being like, you know what, nah, we don't cuff about this, I actually have $1 million there. I think it was even the rapper Jeezy, if I'm not mistaken, right? That when he came out, he was just like, what, you guys use props in your shit? Nah, bro, we're out here doing our thing, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you guys that right now, actually, before we get into it.
I'm saying, to add on to that, I remember us distinctly, and this is another thing I say, doing it the way you do it. This is a big deal. We're shooting the album cover for TM101. Everybody's in the building, Def Jam's there, the art director and everything. And I get there, and they got all this fake money in the boxes. I look at Coach, I say, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. Take that shit out. Give me 30 minutes. Boom, my man's gonna come in and start dropping duffel bags. We started putting all the real money. They started putting the real money. So if you look on the TM101 album cover, that's real money. Because I refuse to let.
And you get it. This is the type of lifestyle these men used to live. So same thing happened over in the UK. Same thing happens all around the world. You know what I mean? I do have an American audience, so sometimes they don't believe that the UK like were on. You know what I mean? But anyways, so it's one of those ones where if Nines was to come out a bit earlier and obviously wasn't as current as he is, and obviously went for really being a rapper. You know, this guy has, I believe he has a UK #1. He has a couple #2s. in the entire UK. It's craziness, you know what I mean? So Nines has really done his thing. He's really done his thing. But he's got to let go of that side, man. I think when he comes out in obviously Easter, he's already said he's retired from music, so I don't know what his next venture is going to be. But again, we don't want to be seeing our greats going to pen every 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? By the way, guys, I got a mad flu, by the way. Do you know, just in case my voice isn't how it usually is. But in saying that, yeah, man, 3 9s every single time. So that's just literally just showing you guys what's happened recently. Free him every single time. Shout out to him and his team. And yeah, man, I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like it. If you like these type of videos, just let me know down in the comments. I'll make more like this. If you prefer the updates, let me know. If you prefer the documentary style type of videos, just let me know in the comments as well. And make sure to subscribe because we're trying to build this channel all the way to the moon. So I'll make sure to see you guys in the next one. Peace.